Hello guys, welcome to another tutorial. So in this tutorial, I will show you how you can consume a RESTful API inside your Xamarin project. And in this tutorial, we are going to consume the API from Foursquare. So go to your browser and search Foursquare Developer. You see on the first result, click on the Foursquare Developer and if you still don't have any account yet, create an account, and if you have, click on login. If you're already logged in, you will see a button to create a new app. Click on the button, give your app a name and your company URL. After that, you will see a dashboard of your app and you have a client ID and client secret ID. Then, on the top right, click on the documentation and click on the endpoint overview. You will see a bunch of endpoints you can use inside your Xamarin project. But we only interested in a search endpoint. Click on the search endpoint. You will see a request, which is a base URL, and if you scroll down, you will see all the parameter you can pass. Scroll down on the response, copy the JSON result or JSON object, click on the new tab and search for JSON to C#. You will see all these links will help you convert your JSON object to the C# model. I'm going to use a JSON utils and I give my class name a place. Paste your JSON object into the text field and click submit. And this website will generate you a C# model. Copy all the result and it's time to create your Xamarin project. Open your Visual Studio, create a new project, Xamarin Form mobile application, give your app a name, and click create. I will create a blank project. On the Solution Explorer, I will create a for folder to utilize the MVVM pattern. I will create a model folder a view model folder, view folder, and last, a service folder. And we need to create a model that we copy from the JSON util. So right click on the model folder and add a new class. Rename your class as a place and paste the result here. This all the property we can use inside our Xamarin form. Next is we need to create a new view. Right click on the view holder, add new item, content page, and rename to a search to a nearby page. And then we create a new view model for the nearby page, add a class, and name as a nearby view model. Make it as a public and inherit a iNotify property change. Bring the namespace and implement the interface. After that, I will create a constructor using CTOR tab. Go to the nearby page and bind the view model. Make a scroll view, and inside the scroll view, I will add a grid. First, go to the view model and create a property of observable collection for place. Bring the observable collection namespace Before that, let's fix our typo. On the model, place model, make it capital letter for place class. And on nearby view model, fix our error. I will rename this to venue with lowercase v, and this one to venue with capital V. And then I will invoke the property change on a set. Go back to the nearby page to design our XAML page. Create a collection view with item source of venue, binding venue, change the selection mode to none. Make an item template and data template. You can design however you want. And inside the stack layout, I will place a label with binding of name. And then I copy and paste another label and binding a location address. You can see on the module, on the location class, you can bind all of this inside your XAML. Let's pick our typo. It's time to create a service to consume the Foursquare API. Right click on the service folder and add a new item interface and name as a iFoursquare. I indicate to interface class. Make it public and type task observable collection. Bring the namespace. And then give a name. I will use get venue and pass the parameter of longitude and longitude, which is your coordinate. You can pass many variable you want. I will only pass these two, and don't forget to include place. Bring the namespace, and then add a new class name as Foursquare. Make it public and inherit the iFoursquare. Implement the interface. Before that, right click on your solution and go to manage NuGet packages, because we are going to need a JSON Newtonsoft JSON to utilize our JSON result. This library allows you to convert your JSON object to the C# object. Let's take a look on Foursquare Endpoint. We are going to need to pass the user parameter, which is our client ID and client secret. Also, we need a LL parameter, which is indicate to longitude and latitude. Also radius parameter. Let's make a variable to store our parameter. You also need to pass the version parameter, otherwise your request will not work. Let's copy the base URL of our endpoint and make a local variable make sure to include $sign to enable us to add our variable into string. Finally, make sure to include our client ID and client secret. I'm going to copy here and replace the value. Before that, I will make a variable to store our client ID and client secret. You can get your client ID and client secret on the Foursquare developer dashboard. After that, you can create a HTTP client, name as client, bring the namespace equal to new HTTP client. I will store our response in HTTP response message and name as response and make the request. Since that the get request is async method, we need to place async in our method. Also, don't forget to include a await keyword. After that, we check if the response with status code OK. And then we make a new variable to store our result. This line of code allow you to store your result into a string. After that, you need to convert it to the C# model. By doing, we store the variable named JSON And using the Newtonsoft JSON, don't forget to type the namespace newtonsoft.json, and then we can now use a JSON convert dot deserialize object, and then type of observable collection place, and then we pass the result inside the bracket, inside the after that we return the JSON result. If the response is not the status code OK, we return null. Now your service is ready to be consumed. Let's go back to the view model and make a new method, public async void get venue open bracket, and then before that let's go to the app.cs file and make a dependency injection by doing dependency service.register and include our iFoursquare and Foursquare. You can go to Microsoft documentation to learn more about dependency injection. Don't forget to bring a namespace, and then change the new main page to the navigation page by typing new navigation page, and then inside the bracket make a new main page. Go back to the view model and then make a property of iFoursquare, make a dependency injection, dependency.get. Before that, you can use Xamarin form namespace. Also, include Xamarin.essential because we are going to need it after that. Type dependency service.get and get the iFoursquare. Don't forget to bring the namespace if you haven't, and then make a variable to store our result. So await, since that the get venue method is a async method, and pass the variable to the parameter. And we are going to need the Xamarin.essential to get the device location. So we already include the Xamarin.essential namespace and type a new variable named as a location, geolocation dot get last known location async, to prevent the app to crash. Let's wrap it into try catch. Make a if statement. If the location is not now, then make a request. Before that, let's include the await keyword, since that the geolocation get last known async is a async method, and pass the location.latitude and location.longitude into the parameter. Now, you can check in if statement if the result is not null, then we can set our venue to the result. Before that, we need to change from place to venue because the place is not the observable collection, because we only have one response with multiple venue. So venue equal to, before that, we need to change or delete the observable collection on our iFoursquare, also on the Foursquare. Because we only have one response and we get the list of venue inside the response. Go back to the view model and venue equal to result dot response dot venue. You will see the underline, red underline, it because the venue is type ilist. Change to the observable collection to remove the red underline. Don't forget to bring the namespace. Go back to the view model and you see the red underline is gone. Now, go to the main page to create a button to navigate to the nearby page. Make a command. Before that, let's make a main page view model. Make it as a public and then make a constructor and make a property type command. Bring the Xamarin form namespace and then rename to the go to CMD. On the constructor, go to CMD, new command, and type your method here. And then hover on the red underline and generate the method. Now, write a script to navigate to the nearby page by navigation.pushAsync. Bring the namespace. Before we can try, let's bind our view model on the main page. And then go back to the nearby view model and call the get venue inside the constructor. And go to Android project properties and make sure in Android manifest you check on access scope location and all location related permission. You now can test your project. Click the search nearby to navigate to the nearby page, and then the permission will pop up. Allow the permission and you will get the result into your collection view. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Don't forget to click subscribe and share. If you have any requests on the tutorial, write on the comment below. Thank you.